Bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up. Or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he's going to pull his way down to about... At the 1-yard line. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, Montgomery flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on third down. Kamara.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started? This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Montgomery hit and the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
A first down run for Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. The tackle by Robert Quinn. Looking to throw on second down. Montgomery. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, Montgomery escaping the pressure right. it's incomplete. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles, who got the win on the road. 21-15, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Denver Broncos. 16-14 was the final score. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. 20-15 was your final. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the... They start the second half with Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Montgomery. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A 10th carry for Kamara, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They run it again with Kamara. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the night. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing to start the drive. Montgomery, flush to his right. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
2nd and 3. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game. Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Prescott into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3. Second down.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Right there, 54 miles. Watch the flag.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. This to break our fourth quarter tie. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick, just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Always got some breathing room. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara. 56 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Prescott. It's caught, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Back to throw. This to Jarwin.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. Tuck it and run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the monsters of the Midway, the Chicago Bears, and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, it's been a great start to the season, back-to-back. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 58 yards.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
On second down, Kamara. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Montgomery. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety.
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Start offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
From the gun, Montgomery. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Looking to throw. Montgomery. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he's able to get up here to the 26. On third down, Montgomery finding Gabriel complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's been good. His guys. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first down. Montgomery. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Well, now this pass brought in by Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. On first down, Montgomery. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back to throw. Montgomery. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Still second down.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Montgomery toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Check, 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 check.
Back to throw. Montgomery. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Antonio Brown. his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it 1st and 10. On first down, Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Montgomery. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take it. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, Montgomery gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off play action. Montgomery. He completes it to Henry. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Montgomery eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Brown, complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have...
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it, and he goes out right around the 39.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Barkley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
On fourth down, Montgomery. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. On first down, Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Well, that takeaway, partner.
How will this offense respond? Their defense just gave up the touchdown. Now it's their opportunity. 1st and 10. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set him back 5 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now following the touchdown, here comes this offense back out onto the field as they will take over with a 1st and 10. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Again, it's Kamara. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's... So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense.
24's the mic.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Montgomery. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say,
and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 16 carries, 58 yards.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
And Kamara has it stripped, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, Kamara. And he loses the football a second time. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ben Gideon came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Now Kamara. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So we're in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll run. This is Kamara. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Running with Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Looking to throw. Montgomery. And this is Gabriel on the catch. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Montgomery feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Looking to throw. Montgomery, the quick slant, caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first down. Montgomery eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Saquon Barkley. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Montgomery flushed out right. He's going deep for Brown. And this throw will be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Montgomery. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. Montgomery. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. It was pretty evident in reading everything, hearing these guys talk, that this was a deal they wanted to get done. They know how valuable he is to this team.
Absolutely a key component to what they do and what they do well. And if they want to continue to have success in the future, they knew they needed him, and they got the deal done.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Antonio Brown there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first down, Montgomery. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Barkley. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
Looking to throw. Montgomery. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Montgomery. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Looking to throw. Montgomery. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the... So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Montgomery sliding up, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 33 yards that time.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretcher right there turned it into a really nice game. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Montgomery escaping the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown. 23 yards the pickup there. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10. Down at the 31. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Montgomery. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. The throw down the field caught by his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Montgomery. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Barkley. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. He couldn't get the ball away. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Let's go. Come on.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on.